All right, what's up, y'all? This is a quick video on intro to prompting. I'm going to give you some skills that I have learned, Mello has taught me, and that I have for myself and ran. I had a couple of different conversations with people, and I know that they're trying to get into the AI world. So I wanted to make sure that you have structure and that you can go in and take it farther than what you really want to. I need to stop saying and already though. So I did go ahead and I can see this. I did make a short little PowerPoint so then that way we can go through this step by step and you can take any notes that you need to. And of course, sponsored by Neurojuice, your juice level up. All right. So, intro to AI prompting. How do we get started? Where do we start? And then what are some things that we can implement so then that way we can take our prompting into. I first started off with ChatGPT. You can start with Claude or Gemini, whatever makes it easiest for you and whatever you really like. Again, Hello is very heavy on the prompting himself as well. So he'll have like expert to prompting where you'll get a good paragraphs of how you are going to prompt your chat to do this and the third for you. This is just a beginner's guide type of situation. So if you're starting out your business, if you are starting out projects and you just need an extra hand on how to start implementing these different roles, then you're able to do that. So, quick little thing, myths and reality. You don't need no fancy prompts and you don't need no code. You don't need a paragraph prompt in order to get basic skills done, and you don't need code. Again, you can start with chat, you can start with Claude, you can start with Gemini, whatever makes it easiest for you. Right now, I'm transitioning into using Claude mainly, and then I'll use ChatGPT and Gemini for any of my photos or if I need anything else done that is going to be more on the graphic designs of some of these workflows. I'm heavily using Claude for code and for my N8N workflows. So when it comes to things like that, Claude is a lot easier to use in it, and how it works and its workflows are a lot smoother. So reality again, you can really just start going in and talking to these AIs. You don't have to make it a whole long drawn out thing, and you don't have to make it where let me make sure that I type this a right type of way to make sure you know what I'm saying. It knows what I'm saying. It knows what you're saying. Just talk to it normally. I was just showing, I'm going to show y'all a little bit today, but I was just showing somebody the other day where I was asking me something and I didn't even know 100% sure. So instead of me just giving him some type of BS answer, I actually went into chat and he seen me talking to chat quickly, whatever question I had, and then I sent it off. It's just stuff like that. Just have a normal conversation with it, the same way you have a normal conversation with a friend or anybody that you're trying to really just learn from. You're able to go in there and it knows exactly, again, it knows exactly what you're trying to ask for it. Just make sure at the end of your statement there actually is a question there. Don't give it like a prompt like you don't have a question at the end. I was trying to find like an example, but I don't have a good one off the top of my head because I always ask chat for something at the end of it, and that's what really you're getting out of the whole thing. Sorry, I did just throw this together last minute. I didn't really see all this, but it's okay. So, what do I actually do 80% of the time? Again, I just talk to chat. I literally pull out my phone. You can use the actual voice memo, or you can just use the regular text to speech, whichever is the easiest for you. But for the text memo, I personally like to use that the most because that gives you the ability to talk for a good 2-3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You can have different conversations in between what you're actually telling chat, and it can go ahead and decipher what you really want out of the whole conversation. Because again, I could be giving you a log of my day, but in actuality, I just want you to take two or three things that I told you that happened throughout my day, and I want you to now analyze that. So again, this is what you're getting out of it. You want to make sure that you're asking clear questions. You got real context. And again, it's a normal language. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. You're talking to a friend, you're talking to an associate, you're talking to someone who is going to try and teach you something. So that's what you're getting out of this at the end of the day. Now, I'll give you a quick little live demo. Let me show you how to talk to Chat in the Claude. I'm going to come back to this screen real quick so y'all can see me. And again, this is for basics, like don't have to make it a big thing. So for right now, I'm just going to do one, let's say for shits and giggles right now, I need a birthday present for my friend, right? Now I'm going to go into chat, and you can do it however you want to. As you can see right there, you got the orange is the actual talk, so you can talk to it like if you were on a phone call or something like that. And then the second one right next to it is your normal text to speech. So that's what I usually go with. I only do the calls here and there, and we'll get to that in a little bit later in the video. So again, just the text to speech. Hey chat, I need a birthday present for my friend Tim. He likes anime and he also likes cars. I'm trying to find something in that genre, or not even that genre. I'm trying to find something in those two sections to find the best gift for him. And as you can see, even when me saying genre, like that was the right thing to say at the time, right? But it knows at the end of the day, I'm just trying to find two presents for my friend Tim, and he likes anime and he likes cars. Okay, let me put those two things together. Boom, now it gives me some things. I might put this in the video. I might have to put this in the video. I might have to take a screenshot and show y'all. But again, here it comes through. Here are some birthday gift ideas for your friend Tim, who loves anime and cars for fun. It gives me a couple of stickers that I can go and buy for him. It gives me a wheel cover that I can go get for him. Again, it gives me all of these different things, and it breaks it all down. And that's all you need at the end of the day, right there. That's your prompt right there. You feel me? Again, you just talk to it. So let's say now that you want to go in here, right? And you have a friend that likes something specific. Now you can go in here and you can ask chat the same thing, but we're going to say something specific. Cool, I like those gift ideas. I'm going to go ahead and save those, but my friend specifically likes the GR86, the new Toyota. I was wondering if there are any gift ideas that I can get for him that's in that type of range. So now it's going to go through, it's going to look at Toyota, it's going to look at GR86s, and it's going to look for gift ideas for GR86s. Now I might just pull up, let's see. So I pulled up some wall art. It pulled a couple of different stickers that you can buy for coffee mugs and a hoodie. So again, that gives you kind of breakdown of how easy it is for you to talk to chat. Now, as you've seen in the example, you give chat a normal prompt, a normal conversation. Okay, this. It's going to find exactly that for you. Now, if you need something specific, now we go in here, GR86. Specifically, I want to look at car wheels. I want to look at hubcaps, anything that, again, is going to be different from the first prompt that you asked it for. So now we're going to go back into the PowerPoint real quick. All right. And then again, you can use whatever you need to. You can use Claude, you can use Gemini. Again, just start with ChatGPT. All right, cool. So, when do you need structure? When tasks get repetitive, you want consistent outputs, and you want to start building workflows. So now we're getting into the position where, again, for those business people that I'm usually talking to, this is for you. So how can I now give my AI agent a task or a role, so then that way I have a better idea, it has a better idea of specifically what I want it to look for. Now, again, for business people, that is for you. For people who are just at home and you just work, you know what I'm saying? You're working on something specifically for yourself. Again, for building those workflows and things like that, I usually go with Claude, but I'll go in there again. I'll give it that role. I'll give it that task that I needed to get done. And now we can go through and it kind of gives a different perspective of what's going on. I'm going to skip over to the next slide. So, for example, let's just see this. It's enough of me talking. Let's kind of see what we need to get done. So, example one. Let's say I was doing something for NeuroJuice, right? I wanted to be a content analysis for me. So, what do I go through and tell Chat? Chat, I need you to. So, I'll go in there and I'll have, let's say, a voice memo. Let's say we're typing whatever it is. We're going. The first thing you want to do is give it a role. So, Chat, you're a content strategist. Chat, you're a content strategist. Chat, you're a content advisor. Chat, you're a content supervisor. Something in that type of whatever you need it for, right? You want to give it that role so that it can help you stay in that content lane. Second, now you're going to give it the context, what you want it to do and what exactly step by step, right? You don't just hire somebody and you tell them, here's your shirt, here's your pants, get to work. You feel me? You kind of got sure that you're teaching somebody what their task is. You don't. Now you go through, you give it the audience. Last thing, task. Analyze and write content ideas. That's what you need it to do. That's its task. So now that you have those three things structured out, this changes your prompt completely. Because now you don't have a regular chat. You have an AI agent that is a content strategist. You have an AI agent that is a content strategist who analyzes and write content ideas for you. Let's go to the next example. And after this, I want to show y'all different examples because, again, for people who are building out workflows, people who are building businesses, people who are going to start using this just for every day, again, you need to make sure that you have these listed out. But again, these are examples for right now, but I am going to do another talk with Chat in a couple. Example number 2, client outreach. So let's say for people who are actually getting into the in workflows or any type of workflow, really, you want to make sure that your Claude has the same thing. But you want to make sure that whatever role you have, right, is the right role for what you're doing. And then you want to make sure on the back end of that, whatever the role is, right? So let me say I need an assistant. That assistant is going to work on the back end of for you. Now, let's say I need a manager, right? It's an agent, a manager agent. That manager agent is going to now manage. So let's say you had a call agent, right? You going through you have your first agent talking about customer service or something like that. It's coming through, it's telling you customer service stuff, blase, blase, blase. Let's say you're having a trip up with a customer service agent now. You're having a problem just speaking with it. Let me get the manager. You know how it goes. Now you have a manager agent that will come through and it's going to have a whole different type of dialogue with the individual because now it knows that it is a manager agent. So for this example too, the role is a sales assistant. That's what you're telling chat. When you're going through chat, you're a sales assistant. Context, I need you to help me with AI services and ideal clientele for whatever. Again, we'll use the example of Neurojuice. So, role, you're a sales assistant for Neurojuice. Context, you are going to be doing AI services and you will find the ideal clients for Neurojuice. Task, write outreach messages for blase blase. Usually, again, if we're using an example of Neurojuice, write outreach messages for gyms and pop-up shops asking if we can sell juices for Neurojuice. Move on to example 3. Research assistant. Now, this one is a heavy one. I really like this one because even in my N8N workflows, I rely heavily on my research assistant, especially for my team and things like that, because now I can have my research assistant go through and in the morning, right, I can have it sending me a summary of either, again, let's just say for Neurojuice, I can have it sending me a summary in the morning for the best gyms, for the best pop-up shops in my area to go and talk to at that time. They give me so role, research analysis, context, topic, and constraints, and task, deep research with summaries. And again, once you can go through here and you actually are doing the deep searches on Claude and ChatGPT and things like that, right? It's now going to, excuse me, sorry. Now that you're doing those like deep searches on ChatGPT and things like that, it's now going to come back and ask you questions anyway, right? Because it wants to make sure that whatever you're asking for, it can go in depthly and look up every link, every. Sorry, we're gonna scratch this out. But you going into the deep research, it's going to start asking you more heavier questions, and that's where I'm kind of gonna let Mello get into it. But again, the most important thing: role, research analysis, context, whatever topic or whatever constraints you're dealing with. Again, we'll go through and do an example. Neurojuice, your research and analysis for Neurojuice, or for juice companies, whichever. Context, I need you to find topics and constraints on Neurojuice or juice companies. What's going, let's say, from a business standpoint, you're working on business wise, and you need to now know exactly what's going on in this business, right? And what are some constraints that I'm going through or that they are going through? Where can I be the problem solver? Task, do the research, and come up with some summaries for me. And just the biggest thing, every strong prompt has a role, has context, and then at the end, clear task. Again, what are you asking chat for? What role can you give chat to for the question that you're asking it so that you can get the best answer possible? And then at the end, make sure that you have good context, or well, in the middle. In the middle, make sure that you have good context. Most important, to not just ask it open-ended questions. Biggest thing too, before I get to here, I want to actually, we're going to go back real quick. So, real quick, we're going to come through here. And, hold on, let me open a new chat. All right. Here, and we're going to do a quick example. So, We'll go one normal one, and then we'll go a one is in workflows and things like that. What's up, chat? So I need you to. You're going to be an assistant agent for me. I need you to do research on juice companies around the Atlanta area, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, like so reviews and things like that. And then I want you to compare it to Neurojuice and what we are doing and what we're actively pushing out. And then I want you to summarize that and bring it back for me. So again, I gave it a role. You're an assistant. Context. I need you to look at different fruit juice companies around the Atlanta area, check their reviews, check any, you know what I'm saying, Google reviews and all that good jazz. Tell me what they're doing right, tell me what they're doing wrong. Clear task. Bring me back a summary. I want to know where I can improve in my business, right? So now that's just the basic prompt right there. That's your basic prompt. That's all you need. Open it up, and as you can see, I wish I could really show y'all this. As you can see, though, it's doing a deep search, or not even a deep search, but it's searching. It's searching through the web and all of that good jazz. You can go through there though and do a deep search. That's where it'll start asking you a little bit heavier questions about what you just asked it. But the biggest thing is, so like, yeah, me back. What Atlanta juice brands are doing right now? The patterns that keep showing up, and then again, it's going through what they're doing wrong. Price pain without strong value stories. Service and speed can kill repeated customers. So again, this is why I want to specifically, this is a little off topic, but this is specifically why I want to be delivering Neurojuice. So now we're going to do a second prompt real quick, and then we'll move on because I don't want to make this a super long video. Second prompt. What's up, chat? You are going to be a assistant for me so that when I'm working on my N8N workflows, I'm able to just go ahead and copy and paste all of the code that I need to get sent through. I'm going to tell you specifically what I'm working on in N8N. Actually, matter of fact, I want a news assistant for N8N. I need sub chat. I need you to be a code assistant for me. I'm going to be working on some N8N workflows. And specifically, I will be doing a news reporting one where it will be pulling some reports for the biggest news sources of things that are going on around the world. And then I want it to be able to summarize that and send it back out for an email for me. But I need you to help me with the coding part of everything. And I'm just going to leave it right there. Because it's like, again, you can go through and you can be rambling the chat, but there also needs to be a cutoff point because you've already said what you've needed and what the real task is for chat. So eventually your point is to get out of that, and that's where I will let Mello kind of get in pro part of that type of thing. But again, just know when the role is cut off. You know what I'm saying? The context is cut off. Whatever. I'm going to screen record some of this stuff, and then I'm going to put it in the video for y'all. All right, let's move on now. And then again, the best way to do it, bro, ask AI to teach you how to prompt it, because you can just do that. Hey, chat, I do it all the time for comment. Hey, chat, comment's not looking up what specifically I asked it for. I need you to write me a master prompt for blase, whatever is going on. And then chat will come back and tell me, okay, cool. Here's a master prompt for comment that says, hey, only look at states. You know what I'm saying? Only look at these couple of states. Don't move on until after Jai tells you you're good to move on to the next state. Then I'll have comment come through my assistant on my my assistant up here. It'll come through, and then it'll keep continuing doing whatever it was going to be doing. But again, just ask AI to prompt it for you. I ask Claude to prompt stuff for chat all the time because I know that if it prompts it, the only thing that may need to get changed, right, is whatever wording that I said. Biggest thing, let AI do it for you. It's the whole point of automation. Is the whole point of automation. Really, I mean, we can do a little quick demo. See, it's already started coding some stuff for me. We're gonna go back to the one. So we'll go back to the beginning one, right? The first one that we used about friend Tim, whose birthday present we trying to get. All right, that's cool, chat. I want to now send this over to Claude to see what it thinks. Present ideas at this time. Can you prompt that up for me so that I'm able to go ahead and just copy and paste that and send it into Claude? You have chat go through. You'll see it coming down. No problem. And then they'll prompt it out for Claude. I'm going to put this in the video for you. All right. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Do whatever you need to do. This is your first prompt template right here. Your role, who the AI is, context, what you need it to do. Keep it simple. Keep it sweet. Don't overthink it. Task you want to get done at the end of the day. Again, when I'm trying to prompt this to say, hey, you're going to be a AI assistant that is going to help me code, that is what is going to get done. You're going to help me make sure that all my codes are coming out the right way and that I'm not missing any steps anywhere. Output how you want it. Again, usually I just tell, and once you start to get a little deeper into your prompts and things like that, now you can kind of add like, okay, PowerPoint slide. Okay, give me a 30-page paper on such and such. Clarify questions. That is the biggest thing, man. The biggest thing is to come back and have your AI assistant, your ChatGPT, your Claude, whatever it is going to be, and have it ask you 3 clarifying questions at the end of your prompt. So then that way, if maybe you miss something, because again, if I'm telling you to ramble and you just remember something off the top of your head at the end that you forgot to add in there, these are where these 3 clarifying questions can come through and you didn't have to even worry about it. And then once you start to get deeper in your prompts, you can have chat ask itself 3 clarifying questions. So then that way you're not even thinking about it. It's going to ask the questions itself. It's going to come back through. Okay, are points that I hit? Yes. Cool. Then it's going to come back and give you this outcome. Now that's up to you to come back through and ask any other clarifying questions that you may need. But that's how you can advancedly start to get into prompting, where chat is now asking itself the clarifying questions. In the end, y'all, the biggest thing is to just go in there and start trying. That's the best thing that you can really do for yourself. Start going in there, talking to it regularly, the same way as I talk to y'all on camera, the same way as I go and talk to my friends, etc. Go in there, start talking to it regularly, and then go in there and start asking questions based off of what you just asked it. Get those clarifying questions that is going to be needed to help you scale your business, that is going to be needed to help you get to the next level of whatever you're trying to get done. The biggest thing though is, again, take the time to practice. Rewrite one daily task as a regular prompt and just kind of see how it goes. That's really all I got for y'all today. I just wanted to kind of all a brief of what I've been doing to work on prompting and things like that. I'm still even getting into the position where I'm teaching people this thing. So it's kind of harder to do it on camera than me to be out there talking to it because it flows so quickly. And the experience is different when I'm actually up talking to people and telling them about it because it's like you can kind of see in action doing it, not me going step by step by step. So this is going to be pretty cool for me to kind of just experience and be trying to teach these type of different things. But the biggest thing again is to just get in there and try it. Get in there and try. That's all. That is the best thing that you can do for yourself. But that's really all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I will catch y'all on the next one.